The representation of the woman always complements exactly what type of man she has. It shows if she respects you. It shows if she respects herself. And we could deflect about people wear these outfits all the time. Well, the topic is the individual in front of you. Take a good look at Ciara. She's a wife to Russell Wilson. Now, I'm going to give you the reasons why we look at Russell Wilson the way we look at Russell Wilson. Now, granted, I've never been married. I've been engaged, never been married. With that being said, that don't mean that I don't have an opinion. See, many people don't have a problem with this because they feel like he doesn't have a problem with this. So I guess if you agree, it's okay to agree, but if you disagree, your disagreement is invalid. This is the world of opinions. When you come out to these places as superstars or entertainers or, regular individuals like myself, you will be judged. With that being said, this is the outfit that Ciara chose to wear at the Oscars, the Vanity Fair. This is a party. This is what she chose to wear. She chose to come outside looking like this. I would say Russell Wilson kind of looked like my Uncle Tyrone. But anyway, I will say this. Like I said, the way your woman represents you in public, with her demeanor, her attitude, her personality, and everything she does, it's a representation of you as a man. Now let me talk to the men that watch this video, because a lot of women probably would not care much about what I'm about to say. Your woman coming out in public shows a lot about you. I'm going to take it back to Steph Curry. You know when Steph Curry wife, Aisha, I think it's Aisha, is that how you say her name? Remember when she said that she still liked the attention of men? I'm kind of paraphrasing exactly what she said, but it was something about she loves to still have men, attention of men. And she's a married woman to one of the greatest basketball players in the history of NBA. Remember she said that? That's a poor representation of a wife. And she made Steph Curry look like trash. Sort of kind of, trashed his legacy a little bit. But that's neither here nor there. Russell Wilson, if he doesn't have a problem with this, he should. We're not saying that, oh my goodness, Russell Wilson needs to leave this woman. No, we're not saying that. What I am saying, as a man, you should have some type of respect to where your woman should say, you know what, I don't want to go outside and represent and have my man looked at this way, because this is a poor representation of him. It's not necessarily a poor representation of Ciara, because, well, let's just call it what it is. Nobody's really going to care about what Ciara does. We don't care about what she's been through. She's been ran through by so many people. Who cares? Now, the representation of you, Russell Wilson, you already have a tarnished legacy of being with this woman anyway, who's been with who knows how many guys, from 50 to Bow Wow to Future of all people, right? Future? But anywho, this is the deflection I want to talk about. Notice that this guy named DeLorean, he always has something, because everybody wants to deflect. Let's talk about the other two people. I don't know who that chick is on the right or left. But the deflection would be, so why is Ciara the only one we're talking about? Oh, because she's a sister who left out the house with her husband to attend the same event. Let rich people do rich people things. If Marilyn Monroe were alive in this era, in her 30s, it would be iconic. It never gets old, I digress. First of all, Marilyn Monroe was a whore. She was a slut. We all know that. Never compare a woman like Ciara, who's supposed to be a woman of stature, according to you people. You cannot compare her to Marilyn Monroe. You compared her to a whore. You compared her to a freak, a slut that slept with whoever she could sleep with. You compared her to Marilyn Monroe. That's an insult. Nobody's going to catch that though. But anywho, no, Marilyn Monroe at that time was the sex symbol. And trust me, sex sells. But we knew that Marilyn Monroe could be the representation of sexism. Nobody ever looks at Marilyn Monroe and say, oh, dude, she's just a freak or a whore. We actually could see that she was a beautiful girl, but it doesn't take away from the fact that she was a whore. They even have a movie about it. But anyway, this is not iconic for any of these chicks. They're no different than, let's say, if the chick on the left was Tom Cruise's wife. The chick on the right was Brad Pitt's wife. So what? Stop deflecting. That's what's wrong with black people now. The so-called black people love to deflect. Let's address what we're talking about in front of us. Ciara came out the house looking like this. She came out the house with this on. This might give me a YouTube strike. They might consider this nudity. She came out the house looking like this. Alright, so let me talk to the ladies for a second. Ladies, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what status you are. I don't care what you claim to be or whatever you choose to say and defend. This is not a good representation of any woman coming outside looking this way. Just cover it up a little bit. There's a difference between dressing sexy and revealing. There's a difference between having because you could cover the breast area and the hip area and still show your thighs and show your stomach. It's a way to have it because I've seen women cover the breast area and then they show the back and show the shoulders and the collarbone area, show the stomach, but then cover up around the waist area and then show the thighs from the thigh all the way down to the ankles. There's a certain way to dress than to dress this way. This is very, very, very inappropriate for a representation of Ciara and her husband. That's not up for debate. Now, with that being said, I guess that's why I ain't gonna never have a wife. My wife ain't coming outside looking like this. If she comes outside looking like this, she come home and she's got to get out of my house. Or I will leave. However the arrangement may be. Most likely it's going to be my house. She got to go. You're not going to disrespect me this way. First of all, we're going to have a talk about why you think it's okay to walk out the house and show millions of people your body this way. It's the same thing if a woman was on OnlyFans. I'm not having that shit. My woman. Oh, okay, let me take the argument to the left. Let's go left a little bit. Women of today think it's okay to be promiscuous and be a part of an OnlyFans page. No, I'm personally not marrying no woman that's an OnlyFans chick. I'm personally not married no woman that's revealing, have sexual. That was a chick I met months ago who told me, and she was a very, very gorgeous, beautiful woman. And that woman told me she used to be a cam model and she did OnlyFans a couple years ago. Those videos are still out there. I asked her, is there a way to remove this stuff or scrub it? She said no. You know what I told her? After giving the opportunity of said information, I said, you know what? If you can scrub it, I can overlook everything. But I'm not marrying, I'm not being in a relationship, I'm not dating no woman that everyone can see revealing naked. I'm not having that. And I've dated a woman that was a model before. I had a picture of her being a model was not revealing. It wasn't showing her body. I could deal with that. But once I've known that you got your breasts out, you putting penises in your... No, I'm not having that shit, no. But that's the standards of being a man. We have standards and, how dare you have standards as a man? How dare you say a woman can't be provocative and promiscuous? No. A man judges you by your past. You judge a man by his future. Think about that. No pun intended, Ciara. It's Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino effect. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive all notifications from Huggie Pacino. In the description box, you can find all 10 channels. HP Media 1 and 2 are the 2 new channels. You can also subscribe to my dog Julio and Huggie Pacino 1 through 6. And there's also a Huggie Pacino Effect throwback channel. And you can also contact me via email and phone. And if you would love to donate to the channel, here's where you could donate: Cash App and PayPal. The link's on the screen.
Donations, 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 gifts, gifts.
Huggie Pacino certified.